guys, we're here at the Graphics Pro Expo in Long Beach, California at the OmniPrint booth with Victor Pena. How's it going, Victor?
Good, man. Super good to have you here at the booth.
Victor, tell us a little about OmniPrint. I mean, you're the founder, owner, and CEO.
That's right. Yeah, so we've been around for about 18 years, and we're all print on demand. So our mission's to empower business owners globally to thrive with print on demand. So we have been in the forefront of DTG and DTF, and now embroidery as well.
Okay, when it comes to DTF and DTG, I often have been asked, somebody getting new into the industry, what process is right for me? And there's a misconception that one process is perfect for all products and orders. Every decoration process has a time and place.
Yeah.
Direct to garment was really the big breakthrough when it comes to print on demand, no minimum, full color printing. So over here you have the DTG printer, and you were telling me you guys actually manufacture this in Southern California, is that correct?
Yep.
So for those who don't know, DTG is going to be using a water-based ink. It produces really, in my opinion, the best hand for printing on a t-shirt until you're using, water-based screen print inks, but that's a whole another ballgame and a bit of a nightmare to work with. So 100% cotton shirts, what is the lowest amount of cotton that you suggest for DTG printing?
Yeah, so one thing that's unique about our products is that we also develop the inks in-house. So our range of application, we could do cotton 100%, blends, and 100% polyester with our DTG inks.
Wow.
And we've got product of the year, 4 or 5 years in a row for that side of things. Most other DTG equipment is just 100% cotton. That's all you do because that's what the formulations are for the inks, right? So we have a wider application window, but traditionally everybody knows DTG, you want to have 100% cotton, or at least most cotton than anything else, right?
So how do you do that? Is it using a different type of pre-treat for cotton versus polys?
Yes, so different pre-treat, same ink formulation. Since we have chemistry in-house here in California, and we have all our formulations that we created, we're able to tweak things to be able to be applied to a wider range of fabrics.
So what I'm hearing is, what makes you different than most of the vendors at the show is, instead of essentially being a whole, a dealer of somebody else's product, you guys are actually building it from the ground up, looking at it from a chemistry standpoint, and again, making all the inks here. I mean, look how vibrant and beautiful the colors look on that shirt. Again, DTG has definitely been eaten into the market from DTF, but if you want the softest hand, you're typically going to be using a water-based ink printed directly onto the fabric like this, and it's great for, again, that print on demand.
Yeah.
DTF is great for print on demand, but hey, I've been in a lot of shops. If you just keep getting one off, this is often still a little bit faster of a method of printing.
Yeah, 100%. So look, we're pretty much like the only direct consumer manufacturer. What does that mean? We actually market, sell all of our own products. We manufacture, we develop all of our own products. So it gives us a unique insight. So typically in this industry, there's at least 2 or 3 levels of the game where somebody buys from a dealer, the dealer buys from a distributor, and then the manufacturer is like somewhere else, right? That's typically how it's done. And so we're able to move really fast on what the market is. I mean, we leaned into DTF in 2020.
Before everybody else got into it.
And so that's because we saw it coming. One of our core values is to empower customers. And what I liked is I like the tags, I like doing backpacks, I like doing name hits, sleeves, a whole bunch of stuff you could do with DTF. So we leaned into it. The feel is not there yet, and we probably have some of the best feel out there in the marketplace because we've been working on the inks for that. Everybody else is just buying, imported inks, and you're gonna get whatever they want to send you, right? We're not like that. So, but the key is every single application has a technology that you could use with it, right? So we really like DTG. If you're going to do on demand, you have a web store, every image is different. You're going to scan the barcode, the machine's going to print that T with that image, and then you ship it out. That workflow is still a little bit difficult with DTF because you're printing gang sheets. All right, how do I cut it? All right, how do I match it to the garment? So, you know, we also have a software that's a workflow solution. We're working on that stuff, but it's still not like one-to-one. So, look, I've been through this about 18 years now. Every time there's something new, there's a lot of hype. So you're gonna have the hype factor in the market where like, oh my God, everything's DTF. Okay, cool. But then when it comes down to having a shop, a successful shop, think about it like this. You need good tools in your toolbox for the customer, and that's what this is.
Yeah, I always like to say, you know, you could take the butt of a screwdriver and try to drive a nail in, but that's not what that tool was meant to do. A hammer's not meant to screw something in. Every decoration process, every tool and tool belt has a time in place, and it sounds like, you know, being so vertical with everything from the manufacturing of the actual equipment to the ink and so forth just kind of gives you that edge. And as far as the R&D to perfect that decoration process and piece of equipment. So again, DTG, great for low run. Typically I would be saying 100% cotton, but it sounds like you broke that barrier with you know, taking the time to look at the chemistry. But now over here, DTF. So again, I bought a DTG printer back in 2010, and I feel like as an industry, we learned about digital printing, the importance of humidity and everything else from DTG, and it helps streamline this process in the industry. What's nice about DTF is, typically, again, you're breaking some rules for me right now, it has a wider application. It's again good for low and even high run, but there's some additional steps. Again, if you're doing a bunch of one-offs and so forth, and especially on cotton, hey, still like DTG versus again DTF, little bit more versatile. Talk to us a little bit about price points to get into each.
So if you look at, you know, I'll walk you guys through this thing, but we have a price point for every type of customer. So this is pretty much our flagship DTF printer. We assemble this all in California. There's no 110 volt printer that's 14.5 inches wide for this footprint at a production speed that this could do. And this is like a mid-range printer. So we started with this. We built this back in 2021. And then from there, we went downstream to a mini, which is an entry-level machine that is also a professional grade quality so that you can still sell like retail ready. And then this year, we went upstream with a 36-inch forehead machine. And so we do sizes that make more sense versus, okay, well, this is what's being imported, let's just resell that. And the reason we do that is, for example, in this unit, you can just see how the film's coming out. You cut it, and it's ready to go. You don't have to have a huge roll and then try to gang cut that and figure out which job is which, you know. And if you're just in a mid-range shop that you don't have a lot of space, this is the place. You know, this is the machine for you. Especially, a lot of people they don't tell them that you got called the electrician, 220 volts. That's another 5 Gs. So everybody's got to be careful with how you set these up, right? You were talking about humidity. You were talking about the site conditions. We all learned that from digital, from DTG. If it wasn't for that, I don't think DTF would be that successful, you know?
I completely agree. I mean, it taught us a lot. Again, they're both CMYK, printing white. It's just, it goes white CMYK versus this CMYK white. It's mirrored so that we can actually transfer it. And it's still, I mean, I would say it's still in the infancy stage, like you were saying. I think it's just really cool that you're, again, developing the ink, manufacturing all here in the States. I bet you have more control of quality and so forth because, you know, China's not our favorite place to be getting equipment. I mean, it just never has been, or the engineering. So where can our viewers learn more about OmniPrint and your line of equipment and consumables?
Yeah, definitely. So everywhere online is at OmniPrint International. We also do a lot of educational stuff, a lot of videos. to help people grow and scale their business. And you know, we're open to, you know, anybody needing anything. We're happy to help.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Victor.
Thank you so much.
Very
Zach.
impressed
Really
with how you guys really are so vertical and do it all. And it's not what I typically see here when I see all these other DTF printers. It is literally a Chinese printer. I'm going to color it this, and I'm going to slap my logo on the side of it. You actually, you know, really did it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So
not easy, is it?
No, it's very hard to do, especially if you want to compete with those kind of prices. So the only way that we do it, and everybody else can do this in their own business, if you provide way more value than what the price is, then it's a no-brainer. So I'll leave you with that.
Yep. Hey guys, check out OmniPrint.